Hello everyone, Cricket and Corky's Clubhouse here, coming at you with another unboxing video. As you see, I have changed locations. I know a lot of people request, they like to see the doll museum slash display room. And I haven't done a lot of unboxing or working videos in here. This is my old table, is because this space is much smaller, and it just gets cramped in here. So I am actually using my computer desk in the guest room to do a lot of repairs and work these days. And also, it's kind of hard to see. You'll probably see more when I move this box out of the way, but there's a lot of empty headless bodies back there. And that is basically because I have filled the space. It was all just display, and I needed to kind of do inventory because it's been a few years. So I went through and put together as many, if you're familiar with the ideal Patty Playpal and her crew. So, you know, brother Peter and Penny and all of her siblings. I went through all of my extra pieces and basically played a puzzle, played a game, and put them all back together to see how many I had to work with. So I can get those cleaned up and either put them back into my permanent display or sell them off, because again, I'm in a smaller space, so I just don't have the room I used to have. But you'll see more of those here in a second. There they all are. So it's craziness back there. But anyway, we're here for this unboxing. I did go ahead and open the tape on this one, but I have not actually gone in yet to see. But it's probably no big surprise on who this is, because I really only unbox almost pretty much one particular doll these days. But yes, you have guessed it, I have found yet another lowly Jill out there in the world. This one doesn't have a tape, so who knows how long it's been since she's spoken. Also don't know what her insides look like. I don't know if her battery pack has corrosion. I know nothing about this Jill other than she was a fair price and she looked like I could possibly work with her. Now, it's interesting, she's in a bigger box. I haven't had this happen, but the seller actually, you know, I messaged them like I always do, because so many times have I gotten Jills where they were boxed incorrectly, and she's so fragile that her arms and her knees break. And I'm at the point where I think it's, after I did inventory, I have 9 or 10 Jills that have broken arms, like both arms are broke off, because I'll redistribute arms to other ones if only one is broken. So imagine that, 9 Jills. It's a lot of Jills and a lot of money and investment to have all these broken arms. So now I'm kind of proactive, and I message the people I purchased Jills from and say, please, you know, here's how you can wrap her up, and these are the parts to look for. So I'm glad I did, because this seller reached back out and said that they literally had her, I guess, like in the fetal position. So they had her legs up, her knees bent, and she was kind of like curled and on her side. 1000% would have broke. Her arms would have broke for sure. Her legs, I don't know what would have happened, but her arms, the way she had her sideways, totally would have broke. So she redid her, and we'll see if it's actually, you know, according to my, you know, suggestions. But it was interesting, because then she reached out after the fact and was like, I need more money for shipping, because it cost more to ship, because she was now standing tall. So we will see what kind of condition we ended up with. All right, it's a big box. It's definitely probably larger than needed, but I get it. You know, a lot of people don't have boxes this large laying around, so kudos. It's always interesting to see the creativity. We got some styrofoam on the top here. Move that out of the way, and there she is. So first impressions, she has been stored somewhere musty, because the box is musty. So she has that old kind of musty, damp smell, which is never good. It means it was probably a basement that she was in. So worries me, you know, because moisture is the #1 Jill killer. And, well, corrosion actually is, but moisture is right there with it, because that can add to the corrosion and damage the motors and whatnot. So she has a little smell to her. Also notice she is, even with some padding, I suggested to really wrap the legs, and the legs, as you see, let's see, she's not, oh, there we go. The legs are here, like this is her sweatpants. So not really it's just a small piece of bubble wrap that was wrapped and not completely around the legs tight. They did wrap her arms really well, it looks like. But anyway, because they didn't secure her legs, she has bent at the knees, so she's kind of slumped down in the box. So we're going to have to determine if her legs broke off or not. Just like with the arms, I have a lot of broken legs, and a lot of times you can't repair certain parts of the legs once they break. Alright, other than that, looks like she's hanging tight here. So we're going to go ahead and just pull her out. Move this giant box. She was definitely padded on the top and bottom, so that's good. Now again, I'm going to have to go off camera here because, again, I don't have space in this room. The good news is I don't know. This is kind of a temporary situation probably at this location, so maybe the next place will have a bigger spot again. All right, so let's see. There she is. Get her on camera. All right. Okay, so this Jill didn't come with everything. Like I said, no tape, no shoes, shoelaces, no socks. Socks are a little bummer. Shoes I'm not worried about, but the leggings, the little leg warmers, those are harder to come by. But what was magical is she has, let's see, I'll show them here. She has her original hairbands, which is the one thing that usually comes up missing the most. So I think I've mentioned that before. It's hairbands first. That's the number one thing missing. And then it's kind of tied with, I guess if you want to count the cassette or the tape that goes in her. And then the leg warmers. But she usually always has this outfit. She has the pants and the shirt. I need to, I don't know how I've gotten so many, but I was doing inventory. I have way too many shirts and pants. Probably shoes too. So I need to clean those up and get those out for sale in case anyone wants some extra pairs. All right. So let's check her out. Always, again, spin her around this way. We always want to check her feet first. Her feet are good, meaning that she's not broke at the ankle. Let's see if I turn. It's like doing a doctor's checkup. If I turn her left and right, both of those seem to work. They're turning correctly. I don't feel anything broken. She seems to be bending at the knees okay. Both arms seem to be intact. Oh, let's lift her up here. Now we're going to test her other joints. Yep, that's good. Boom. All right, she is good. So she made it. She survived. So now I'll try to get a hold of the seller and give them that little bit of extra, because I don't mind paying the extra if it means that Jill will arrive safe and sound, because again, we can fix a lot, but there are pieces of Jill that are not replaceable. All right, so let's take a look here. I always want to check. The next thing I do is check out her face, check out her hair. She looks to be in good condition, so she still has her blush. That is rare, and it comes off very easy. It's because this is like a soft vinyl. Like if I'm to get a magic eraser, I could just easily, that would be gone in like one swipe. So I'm always very cautious when she has her original blush on, because it is very easily taken off. Her hair is not so shiny. These are kind of, looks like her original curls have just been flattened. Her hair definitely needs some washing. It's pretty dull. I've seen worse, but not great. But she's very peachy, and her eyes look good. There's no yellowing. She has great eyelashes, some of the best I've seen. They're very full. They're not bent in any way. So yeah, no complaints. And again, she has a ribbon, so her ponytail looks great. It is, again, kind of dirty, a little frizzy. You can see like that nice original shine in there in between. She does have a rubber band on, not the original, so that means someone did pull her hair down at one point, which obviously is okay, because that's what kids did. All right, and now the moment of truth is, well, the moment of truth is seeing if she works, but really it is going to be checking this battery box, because I have not seen that, and I'm sometimes forgetful to check. And sadly, hate to say, she is corroded. Doesn't look like it went down in her cassette player, so that's good. Don't know how deep it goes, but you can see in there, see all that green. Lots of green, lots of corrosion. Unfortunately, it is on both sides, so that's always a bummer, because that means you never know what you're going to get on the inside, and that means she's definitely not going to work if I throw batteries in her right now. Those will need to be cleaned. So, yeah, she's not, because even if the corrosion doesn't like damage deep inside, there's enough corrosion on all these terminals now that it's not going to get a good connection. And I would have to sit here and Q-tip and clean that for quite a while. So she is going to have to wait another day to see if she works. So always unfortunate. That is a side effect. It's not the end of the world for me, because I'm, lucky and blessed enough to have spare parts. So if that battery pack doesn't work, so what I'll do is I'll open her up, obviously be the next step when it's her turn. So I've had people ask, what happened to the last Jill you did an unboxing for? It's kind of like an assembly line. So the newer ones just go back to the end of the line, and I kind of work my way forward. So that really good Canadian Jill, she is hanging out towards the back, and this girl now will be in the back and move the other ones forward, because like I said in my other videos, I've kind of come up with the plan of what I do is, because I can't continue to keep getting more and more Jills, I replace one. So every time I sell one, I get one working, and she sells. It takes me several weeks and lots of parts to get one going, but once I get one out the door, then that opens up a spot to bring in another one that is broken and lost and damaged, and see if I can save them. I can't save them all, for sure. Some of them are really badly damaged, but their parts get, hopefully put in, the parts that are good get put into other Jills down the road. Part of that inventory, I'm pretty lucky. I kind of went through, and I do have a lot of damaged parts, but hopefully most of them can be fixed. But out of just the parts that are completely just done for, I'm down 3 Jills. 3 Jills just, like, part wise, just are never going to work. They are just, and it's not even full Jills, it's literally like parts of Jills. I say 3 Jills because it's 3 torsos, but that's not bad. So hopefully, again, her body's in good condition, so hopefully everything on the inside is good, other than that, the battery terminals. But I have other battery packs that I can put inside, but that is definitely for another time. So I don't think there'll be much else to look at with this Jill, but that was fun. I'm satisfied. Her price wasn't super bad. Prices have been really crazy lately. I will say you can't find even like a bad broken Jill now under $200. That's not even pretty much an option. If you do, you're very lucky. She has gotten quite popular, but that's okay, because I would rather people know about Jill and more people have her and enjoy her, because she's really fun to have around, and bring out that inner kid in you. Or if you've got kids and you want to get a Jill, then that's awesome as well. So yeah, I think we will wrap this video up. But as you see back there, you can see my Jills, and then you can see all of these Play Pal parts. So, and kind of spin around there, this Cricket and Corky back there. And yes, I turned my fan off because people get really picky online, and I've actually had people say, turn the fan off. So I turned that off. So it's getting quite warm in here. But this is like, this whole side of the wall is all my Play Pals, what I have left. I've sold a lot of them to make space. But now I have all of those bodies to go through, and they all need to be clean and restrung, and rust needs to be taken off their metal walker parts. And then of course I have heads for all of them, but they take the longest to clean. So But like I said, some of them will go into my collection because I have outfits and for them, and there's some heads I really like, and then there's others that will go find new homes and free up some of my space. But yeah, I pretty much filled this room up. I wouldn't say it's half the size of the other space, but it is definitely, I feel it much smaller. It's definitely shorter. Like I can almost touch the ceiling. So where in the old place I could have 2 rows of Petty Play Pal like standing up like 2 levels, I can really only have 1 in the floor. So I still have 2. I guess technically had 3 at the other place if you count the floor. But Jill's kind of doing her thing over there, but I just don't have any room to expand too much. So it is definitely crowded in here. But I thought it'd be fun to do a video in here and just kind of show you what's going on in the old doll room. There's Miss Jill. She will hopefully work another day. I'll probably do at some point, you know, a short or something small, showing that I got her working. But right now, that's a lot of corrosion to deal with. If it had just been a little bit, I probably would have got some vinegar out and tried to make it work. I literally on the sidelines here had batteries ready to go and a tape ready to play. So, but that's okay. She can wait. She can join Mr. This guy works. Remember Mr. TJ Berry Tales? I was doing videos for him for a while, but he just really wasn't getting a lot of love. So, oh, it does work. I don't know if his batteries were on or not.
Well, hello there.
Nice.
My name is Theodore James Berry Tales, but you can call me TJ.
Where see his like eyes.
I live in a town called Suburbia with my mommy and daddy and my baby sister Bella. Suburbia is a really cool place to live, and there are lots of animals, especially bears.
He's just hanging back there. I didn't know if he even had batteries in him or not. I think it may be in bad and going against my own grain saying that you should take the batteries out every 2 weeks. I haven't touched that bear in a minute. He's just been sitting over there. Because I think part of his face doesn't work. But I do still have some videos of his I need to use or record. I still have Cricket I need to record. Again, space-wise, the problem is I just don't have a good backdrop area. And also this house gets kind of loud sometimes. There's a lot of animals and barking and whatnot. Like I'm above the garage. So just before I started recording, the garage started opening and closing and it was very loud. So luckily we didn't get any of that. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed what little bit we got to see and welcome another Jill into the fold. And hopefully one day she'll make somebody happy, or maybe she'll join my little motley crew over there. I am down 1. I sold the one that was wearing my mall outfit because I needed one. I didn't have time to repair one. So she will possibly go. The rest of them, I'm pretty much stuck with everybody because I have the 3 African Americans and then I have 2 new unbox ones. So, you know, they're going to stay as they are. And then the other 2 I have are platinum. So remember, those are like the really weird, rare anomaly where they have almost white hair. So I have incorporated those into my collection as well. So really I only have spot for 1 more. And she could possibly it because she has a really pretty face. It's going to depend on how her hair comes out and obviously how she works. She's definitely going to give that Canadian one a run for the money from the last video, last unboxing. All right, well, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget, like, subscribe. I figure most people are subscribed at this point, but liking and obviously the comments. I love having dialogue with everyone. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.